Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Continuing with our React and Django series. In this video, we'll be working on the category app which we have created previously, and specifically on the category app, we'll be creating models and registering those models in the Django admin panel. So, what is the idea behind models in Django? So, models are nothing but a way to interact with your database and the fields which you want to get created in your database. So, whenever you take an example of SQL or MySQL queries, you generally create a table, and within that table, you have certain fields. For example, name, description, age, or whatever you added, right? So, models basically provide you a easy way to interact with your database without providing any queries to the database specifically. So this is the documentation. You can look into the Django uh, website, official documentation, how to work with it, and just basic idea of it. So before jumping into the uh, task which we are going to do today in this video, I recommend you to go through this documentation, have a look, and know what are the basic procedures and how to get started with it. So to get a better idea on it. So here was a brief like introduction on the models, and let's get into it. So, in the last video, we have covered the part where we are providing the API routing through our API app, and doing some basic view operations, creating functions in views and things like that. So, if you haven't watched those videos, please do watch. It will be down in the description, and yeah, the code for this will be available in the description as well. If you are stuck anywhere, you can refer that. Yeah, so this was the folder structure, and the things which we have done previously were like creating urls.py views and things like that. So let's run our app and see what kind of state the app is in right now. So python 3 manage.py run. So everything is working fine. Let's open it, and this is our home page. It will be removed in the future part, but just for the error part which I have covered in the previous session, I have just kept an h3 tag to avoid that error. And talking about the API part, we are providing a JSON response, which is this, which we have covered in our API URLs and views. Yeah. So we have covered everything until now. Now let's get into the models part. First and foremost, let's register the category app in our installed app section within the settings.py. So navigate to your backend or whatever ecom, whatever the folder name you have given, the settings.py, and within the installed apps, give a comma, and let's mention we have a category app within the API app. So how we are going to provide that? It's just simple API dot category. So this is a crucial part, and telling Django that we have a sub app within the main API app to provide and get all the functionalities out of the category app, right? So this is the first step you need to do, or else you will not get any proper output which you are going to achieve, right? So this was the first step. Now let's navigate to API, and within API, let's get into category. So this is the category app which we have created previously. So here is the models.py file. We have nothing in here as of now, right? So let's create one and get started with the creation part of the model. So basically, as I've told you earlier, models are nothing but a way to interact with the database, right? So let's get started with the documentation itself. Let's We have already imported models, right? So let's create a class called category. Let's keep it as capital category, and let's let's navigate to the documentation and see what we have as an argument. So model is something which you need to add in your argument section. So this was one part. Now we have created a class called as category, and now let's add some fields within that. So the first field which we are going to cover is name, and we are naming it as name. Like the field name is name and models dot char field, and what is the maximum length of that field? Maximum length should be, for name I think it should be 50. Now let's get into the description part. Let's create another field known as description, models dot char field, max length is equal to 250, maybe 350 is fine. Now let's create another field which is known as created at models dot date time field, and for that we are going to use it as auto. Now add is equal to true. So this is basically the datetime field which we are going to have in our database, and it will provide you the exact current time of the creation of that field. Now let's create the updated dated at is equal to models dot date time field. The value for this will be auto. Now that is true, and I think we are done with this. We will be having four fields, and this will be set on the basis of that current situation, but these are something which will be accessible in the Django admin panel. So I think we are done with this. These are the this is the basic model which we are providing to Django, or which will be created in Django database. Now let's register this model in our admin panel, right? So to do that, let's navigate to the admin.py within your categories app, and let's remove this, and let's import the model dot models sorry, import category, right? Now let's tell the admin panel that we have another uh, model to get registered in the site. So windows site dot register category. I think we are good with this. Okay, so we have created a model, and we have registered that model in our admin panel, right? Now let's close this and look what we have in our app, right? Open the server, manage.py, run server. Everything looks good. Let's open the server. Here is the home panel. API is also working fine. Let's navigate to the admin panel. Admin, I think I probably lost one. Let's check over here. Okay, so we got access to that. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have the categories model which we have created recently. And let's see. Currently, we cannot open anything in the, or we cannot add anything in the category, but we have created a field, right? That is a improvement to it. Let's click on add. And let's add something. You cannot add basically anything. Categories will be something like winter collection, some description, and if you save and click, it will give you an error which we have seen previously, this one. So it is not complete yet. We need to serialize this model in order to provide the JSON format as a REST API through the REST API, right? So yeah, that is good progress I think we have made. I don't know from where this typo is, but yeah, we have added a model, we have created a model, added into the admin panel, and we have certain fields which we have created in that model, name and description. Created at and updated at will be preferably a date field kind of format, so you don't need to provide it by yourself. It will take at that particular instance only. Yeah, so I think we are done with this. We have covered creating a model and adding that model in the admin panel. So in the next video, we'll be serializing this model and adding the values to it. So over here, when we were adding the data and saving it, we were getting error, right? This error will be disappeared later on by serializing and doing stuff, some stuff here and there. But yeah, you'll have to stay tuned for that. So yeah, this is the admin panel, and we have done. I'll just summarize the video in short minute. So we have installed. We went into installed apps, provided the category app to the installed app in settings.py within the API, and within the category app we have created a model category with certain fields and provided or registered that model to the admin panel, which you can see over here. This is a certain error, I don't know, I'll just rectify it in the next video, but yeah, this was it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, queries, or concerns regarding this, you can definitely hit me down in the comment section below. And the next video will cover the registration part, and will create some functions within the views.py. And yeah, thanks for watching.